Welcome Clip Art family, Lucille from Clipartistry Heaven. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll stick around. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for continuously coming back to my channel. Here we speak all things Etsy, digital products, AI software, the processes that we use, understanding the digital product game. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you or something that you can learn from, then please hit the subscribe button and join my both free or paid communities, which will be linked in the description below. So today's video is going to be about mockups. Now, if you're anything like me, when I do something repetitively over and over and over again, and it's the same thing that I need to do, it kind of gets boring. I don't know, my brain's just wired in a certain way, and repetitive tasks, I don't think I'm built for that. I enjoy a variety. I enjoy being like just thrown into different sorts of projects. So for me, at some stage, when I was building my digital store on Etsy, I just found that the mock-up process, how although it's very, the end product of creating the mock-up is amazing. I love that. But I think as a daily task, it just grew on me. At the moment, I've got two virtual assistants that is helping me with some of the tasks, and I've got AI software that helps me with bulk listings such as V45 Org and My Designs. Now, there are certain products that I feel that these AI bulk listing tools aren't geared towards, right? I don't think that clip art, for example, is something that can be listed with a bulk image uploader, at least not to my satisfaction. So there are times where I feel like having alternative mock-up tricks is, I think, essentially a good thing, because if you know anything about Etsy, Etsy is all about uniqueness, it being handmade, and all these softwares that I've just mentioned, they all sort of have a repetitive style. So if you use those tools to an extent, it will become saturated, if you want to call it that, in the sense that people will start picking up that this is the same kind of mock-up that I've seen over and over again, and it loses its uniqueness and what makes it stand out. And Etsy, one of the things on that platform is you need to stand out. So I thought I will just show you two ways that you can make unique mock-ups for your clip art designs or any other digital product that you want to mock up. If you want to avoid looking the same in your mock-up process, and I'll first show you how I did it for almost a year without any support. I was a year into all of the processes, the listing, the SEO keywords, the social media posting, the research in terms of what people are looking for, where's the shortage, where can I supply products. And after doing that for a whole year, that's when I got VAs, and obviously with the VAs in the business, I can focus on other things like creating courses or a monthly membership and just helping others who are needing help in some sort of way. Anyway, so before I take you to the tool of choice today, I'm going to show you how I used to do it, which is I think a lot of us start like that. And just another note, apart from the two ways that I'll show you, my old way and the new way, there are many other tools as well out there. Placeit is one, and there's another one that I can't think of now. But anyway, there are more software, PSD types of software that you can use to still keep that uniqueness and not look the same copy and pasted type of mock-ups on Etsy. I think that's very important that people realize and understand. If everybody's products looks the same, it loses its uniqueness. So you need to keep your finger on keeping things fresh for Etsy to actually stand out. Now let's go to the video. Okay, so the old way, previous way that I used to use way when I started, and when the budget was tight, I couldn't really afford like all these different tools. I wasn't in a tech capacity then. I was just merely like still learning. The one way that worked for me was obviously Canva. Now Canva is very affordable for the things that you get or the tools and the features and the AI that's all built into the system, it's really no-brainer. And one of the things that I used to do a lot in Canva was creating my mockups. So this is the main landing page, homemade landing page. I'm just going to start a mockup design from scratch. For Etsy, I use this ratio 2000 by 2000, and then I just start adding whatever I need to show off my product, whether it is a clip art bundle, a one image for a t-shirt, a mug wrap or whatever. This was really my go-to for a long time, and I used to do this on my own without any support and any tools, right? My point is, if that's where you're at in terms of budget and resources, nothing wrong with this. This is what I did and it worked. I sold products with this method. So just in terms of the aspect ratio for Etsy, I have picked up 2 days ago, only like 2-3 days ago, and I posted it in my Facebook community, that I see that the dimensions and the shape of the thumbnails on Etsy has actually changed. It used to be squares for a long time, and I see it's now changed to rectangles. Some of my members posted to say that theirs are still squares, there's nothing wrong with theirs. Some have said it's been like this for weeks, Lucille, and I'm saying, oh, I only saw it 2 days ago, and I'm on Etsy like all the time. So I'm thinking, as one member suggested, that they are testing, and maybe not testing everywhere. So let me know, actually drop me a comment, let me know if your thumbnail view, if you go to the Etsy website, is it still the square or is it the rectangle? Because I've got rectangles and some people have squares and some said this is old news. Okay, anyway, so let's say you want to mock up, right? What I normally would have done, 2 ways. I would go to elements, and let's say I wanted to mock up a mug. I would go mug mockup, right? Like an image, photos, and you'll see here Canva just categorizes it. So here you'll get graphics, photos, frames, whatever. We want to be by photos, right? So I would use Canvas photos, and I would do this. I'll just take this one, and I will do, so that's a white one, and this is a black one, right? Black mug. There we go. So I would do this. I would just set as image background, or not in this case. I have to detach, and I have to do this because I need the handle in, right? I can't detach. I can't attach as a, actually this image won't work because the dimensions is not working here. So I need to look for a square or an image that I can, like this one. This is more like a square, almost kind of ish. Okay, so that's what I would do. I would grab my element or my image, depending on what the image is. Let's go to projects. Okay, I'll go to Clipart, and now I want to mock up my Clipart designs, right? Okay, so let's say you want to mock up this. I would remove the background. And there's nothing wrong with this process. I did it for many years without VAs. It was my go-to. I was very sensitive where cost is concerned, and this was just the tool, right? I'll just use this one, let's see, because I need the handle in. Okay, and then I'll stretch it on over the canvas, do that, and maybe add whatever. So I would then just export these images, and that would be my mock-up for Etsy. And that's what my mock-up would look like. Okay, now doing it once or twice, it's not a problem. When you list, at last year November, I had about 1,000, almost close to 1,950 whatever products that I listed on my own without any help, right? So when you do this for that amount of time, it can get boring and it can get tedious, and I'm just throwing it out there, right? I don't know where you are in your business, when things will change, but there's so many other parts of running a digital product store that mockups is something that you need to be careful of because it can suck your time and your energy, and again, for me it's more a brain issue because it gets too boring after a while, although I did it for almost a year. Okay, so that's the old way, right? Now I'm going to show you how I do it if I want something more unique. As you know, my go-to is Artistly. Artistly is more than just an image generator. The fact that it's got so many art illustrators ranging from junk journals to clip art designs to mockup creator to photorealism, consistent characters, and there's no one video, I haven't seen one video that covers all parts of Artistly, and that is why if you are in my Facebook community, you'll soon be voting to tell me which part of Artistly you want me to do live Q&A videos on and demonstrations on, and then I think about next week or so we should start hitting off the series on Artistly, depending on what my Facebook community is going to be voting for, so keep an eye out for that. So I love it because there's just so much to do. Today we're going to look at how to mock up, and the two ways of doing it is as follows. So the two ways that you can do this is, firstly, we'll visit the mockup creator, and then one of my members actually told me I can also do this in Human Stylizer, which I haven't really fiddled with, but I did do one now just to test it out before the video in case I make a fool of myself during the video. That's the second method. So let's go to the first, mockup creator assistant, AI design assistant. So again, it's over here, then mockup creator, and then you can either choose one of your own images, which we'll do. So we'll use this repeat pattern. This is what I worked on yesterday. It's a seamless pattern, which means it manipulates the eye. You can't see where it ends and where it starts. That particular image I created in Midjourney, and you basically upload it. Once you get the green signal here on top, you know your image is uploaded, and then you can set the quantity to 4, 2, 3 or whatever, and then you can just write give the AI an idea of what you want your mock-up to look like, right? So I'll say create a mock-up image of a notebook with this pattern as the cover page on a modern desk with a gold and beige and lavender color combination. Okay, so create a mock-up image of a notebook with this pattern as the cover page on a modern desk with a gold and beige and lavender. I can probably take one and out, but let's go with it. Lavender color combination with a MacBook on the desk. Let's see how much it will capture, retain there. Okay, let's generate, so that it will generate four of those. And if we go back to the assistant, we go back to the mockup. The second way you can do this is from your own library. So let's say you've already designed something within Artistly and you don't have to now go to an external source to pull an image. You can go to some of your own previous designs in your library. Okay, if you are very administrative, you will be able to set up some folders, and as you generate them, you can actually choose where you want your images to go to. I am not that administrative, so I haven't done that, and everything is just jumbled up together in the main folder. So let's see what we can use. We've used a pattern now. Okay, let's use this one. Can change it to 4. Create a mock-up image of a invitation with this image, with this design, right? Design, and place the invitation on a romantic theme, healthy snacks on a platter and the invitation standing up right facing the lens. Okay, and 4, and then we click generate. Now here we go. Look how awesome this came out. Well, that's not a, is that a MacBook? I can't see, but I wanted it actually with the screen, you know, facing the lens, like the desk and whatever. So that's our image. Notebook, we asked for a notebook. Create a mock-up image of a notebook with this pattern as the cover on a modern desk with golden beige and lavender color combinations. Yeah, I probably could have specified. I wanted the whole office to be like a lavender color with a MacBook on the desk. I love the notebook though, and the way it came out, and the pattern on there. So we probably could also tweak it by asking it to cover the entire book. But be it as it may, that's the first one, and then the second one would be one from your own library, where you can just kind of grab the picture from your library, add a few words to build your prompt, and ta-da, this is the output. Now this looks much better to me than a invitation template that has been used a couple of times. This doesn't seem healthy. I was more thinking about fruit and sliced fruit, strawberries, berries, blueberries, but not like pineapple, etc. That is my idea of a healthy snack, so I think we differ there. I don't know, this is like eggs over here, and which is sort of healthy with some cookies. I think I need to specify a little bit more. But I don't think it's bad, and for uniqueness and for standing out, I think this will do well. Yeah, I can tweak a little bit. Let's do some more before we go over to method number 2 in Artistly. So go back to the AI Design Assistant. Go to Mockup Creator. Sorry. Go to Library, and then I'm gonna try this one. I want 4. Create a 20 Oz tumbler wrap mock-up with this image. The tumbler wrap the tumbler needs to be placed on a kitchen counter with a kitchen blurred background. The kitchen's color must be dark brown and a dash of gold trim. Okay, 4 images, let's go. And then I want to do another one. Mockup Creator, again from my library, and let's use her beautiful face. Which one? Okay, let's say 4 again. Create a 15 Oz mug mock-up of a white mug with this image placed on it. Add text. Let's test the text capability here. My year, and below the image, add text above the head, my year, and below the image, 2026, right? The mug must be placed on a the mug must be held in someone's hands, someone's well manicured hand. Let's test the fingers. Okay, let's see what the system will come up with. Okay, so it doesn't understand what a tumbler, 20 oz tumbler style mug is. It's giving me a takeaway cappuccino mug. So it doesn't understand what a 20 oz tumbler mug is. I'll maybe have to work on that prompt. And then the second one, let's just refresh. My year 2026. So the text spot on. Well manicured fingers. I don't see deformities here with the fingers. Okay, and those two are still processing. So after this, I'll take you to the second method in Artistly, which is called the human stylizer. I really don't have case studies for that. The only reason I'm including it is because one of my members said, hey Lucille, actually you can use this feature as well. So we will have to wait and see. I think it did a pretty great job, apart from this one, which is, that's impossible. This one, fingers look all over the place. This is actually quite a nice one, and that's why I like to produce 4 at a time, for this exact reason. The AI, we should know, and operate under the assumption that AI is not perfect, but because I generated 4, I got one perfect one that I can use for Etsy, and the rest I will just delete, because keeping it is filling up space and it's not necessary to do that. So I'll do that, remove those, and then not bad at all. So this is a nice way to show off your clip art designs. In my case, I sell mostly clip art, to show off my clip art design. So if someone wants to buy the bundle, then they can see, oh, I can actually use it on so many things. A mobile phone cover, a notebook, a tumbler wrap, a invitation card, and it just brings that uniqueness to your shop that maybe tools like My Designs and V45 won't be able to give you. So if that's your thing, then obviously this will work perfectly. Okay, let's go over to the second method, which is also AI design assistant. Human stylizer, same process really. So we can go to library, you can just choose another one. Let's choose this one. You can choose your aspect ratio over here. So I'll leave it like that and just say on a desk, on a digital crafter's desk with text, my digital product business. Okay. Create a mock-up image of a white notebook on a digital crafter's desk with text, my digital product business. Next to the notebook, please add a coffee with multi-colored pens and pencils. I think I can only choose one with the human stylizer. Let's double check. Human stylizer, library. Let's do, which one? I like this. I like these colors. I don't think I can choose more than one. Okay, so I'll do that. I can only do one at a time, which is not for me ideal because I need to push out, right? Create a mock-up image with this seamless pattern on a mobile phone, advertise, showing the different angles of the mobile phone. Make it look like an advert. Now there is a bit of I didn't take my image. There is a bit of work that goes into it, but you are getting the uniqueness factor, which I've already elaborated, that you might not get from the AI tools that we have at our disposal. So you could also maybe make it a combination. Maybe V45 can list bulk clip art and then just maybe make your first image a unique mock-up image. But if you are chasing that uniqueness element and you don't want to use what other people's using, then this is maybe a go-to. I wouldn't really use the human stylizer because it does only allow me one at a time. This is also not working for me, so I don't think the human stylizer is really giving me the mock-up vibes here. Do you know what I'm saying? Here I didn't took my image at all. My understanding from the human stylizer is that you take like a face of someone and you kind of tell the art illustrator what it needs to do with your face. Or for example, you can use an image of yourself and just say, create a LinkedIn image of me in a power suit with red lipstick on. That's what the human stylizer is. So when someone suggested this method to me in my Facebook group, I just thought I'll try it out. I haven't really used it before. I'm going to go back to the first method, which is the mock-up, and I'm going to use the same patterns that designs that we have, and sort of the same prompt. So I'm going to say create a mock-up image of a mobile phone to demonstrate the design on it. It needs to look like a social media advert showing different angles of the phone. Now it might not also latch onto the different angles of the phone, because it's what I want to do is I have like 3 different types, the phone on the side, on like face fronting, whatever, but all in one. It might not do that. Based on the human stylizer, it didn't work. So I'll just quickly see what we can come up with, and then I'll go back and then just use the same prompt. Let's use this one for same prompt, generate, and then we'll wait and see. So while we're waiting, if you are interested in learning about selling products on Etsy, creating your own digital products, getting to know and learn the ropes within a community of growing members, then you can either join us on my Facebook community, which is a free community. We are 2,000 members, can you believe it? Chat to us, let us know where you are from and what it is that you need help with. It's just very vibey in there. And then also I've got a monthly membership, and it's called AI Prompt Heaven. And really, if you are already in the business and you just want to try and cut down some time in terms of creating your own designs, then AI Prompt Heaven is a monthly membership that will help you with prompts that ranges from food and drinks and celebrations and Christmas, all the holidays, faith-based t-shirt designs, mock-up, tumbler designs, mug designs, pillow designs, anything and everything that you can think of. And most of these prompts I've used in my Etsy store, and I'm still getting daily sales from Etsy. So if this is something that you think would help you with, then just click on the link. It's $9 a month. There's a lifetime as well as an annual membership. And if you've got any questions, just let me know. So let's go back to the We're both surprised. We're all surprised together. Okay, so same prompt, different pattern. I think it did an amazing job. Well done. Well done. I'm just so excited. So that's the output. Lesson learned here. I don't know why they told me human stylizer. I can also do it there, but no, I can't. So this is what the output is. Please let me know what you guys think about it. This is an easy fix. You can take it to Canva. You can take it into Artistly's editor. You can erase that wording. You can add your own wording, add your logo, and then use it as a mock-up to actually sell your pattern. People will fall for it or love it because they love the pattern, and you're just demonstrating what the pattern can do for them. T-shirt, tablet, mobile phone, notebook, mug wrap, tumbler wrap, etc. I think it came out amazing. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. I'm quite wowed. What we can also do is maybe just use the same prompt and say, let me just try something. Last one before we go. before I end this video. I actually don't want to end the video. I'm having so much fun. Design assistant, mockup. Let's use another pattern. Okay, sorry, not here. Library. Okay, let's use this one. 4 images. Okay, create a mock-up image of mobile phones to demonstrate the design on it. It needs to look like a social media advert showing the different angles of the phone. On the right hand side, you need to have the pattern in a square, only showcasing the product image must be demonstrations of the phone with the pattern. Okay, I'm just trying something, and then have a text. Have a hero statement like iPhone 16 Pro or whatever the latest is. I'm not a iPhone user, my son is, but I'm happy with my Android. Okay, let's see. Last one, then we can kick it off. But I think it came out very nice. This the editor of Artistly, and you can then use these images to demonstrate your patterns online. Okay, so just give it a wait, and then I think they came out amazing. So anything that's not boring works on Etsy. Let's refresh. It got the instruction. There's the little square on the right hand side. Little square on the right hand side. Little square on the right hand side. Perfect. Perfect. Maybe I'm getting too excited here. Let me know what you guys think of this, and if you would use this as a mock-up in your designing process. So Artistly is wonderful in the sense that there's no monthly subscription. You pay once, or $49 for the commercial plan. Whatever your design belongs to you, or you can upgrade to the full package where there's no limitations, access to all future updates, both on the commercial and the pro. And the pro plan is $147. Pay once, you never have to pay again. You're buying more than just a image generator, as I've just demonstrated to you now, and you make your money back. Daily I'm making back my money. I've already recovered my fee, and I only bought it, I think in April this year or May. I'm getting daily sales from the products and the clip arts that I have listed. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I did. I love the square idea, which I came up with just like in the video. And let me know what you think of, and whether you would use Artistly to mock up your products. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.